And then, after making the round trip between her home and the store once more, and arriving at the convenience store for a third time, a policeman was there. Uh-oh.
あの子です。マリアちゃん、鍵見つかったかい？
見つからない。
お嬢ちゃん、お名前は？
The policeman asked her name, but Maria didn't answer.
お母さんにおまわりさんと大丈夫だよ。お嬢ちゃんは晩ご飯は食べた？
買ったけど、お家に入れないから。
お母さんはどうしてるの？今日は帰ってこないの？お仕事？お母さんの会社の連絡先、わかるかな？
That's no good. Oh god. Yeah, they're definitely gonna find a way to contact Rosa. And of course, she's definitely gonna end up coming home. God. I just keep thinking back to the one person warning me. It's like, oh, they didn't warn me. They thought when I was shit talking Rosa, they thought that I was on episode 4. Like, oh shit, yeah, no, she's definitely much worse in episode 4. I don't want to know where this goes. I really don't. It's gonna make me mad fucking uncomfortable. I already know. Maria hung her head limply. She didn't understand why the policeman was getting mad at her. No, he probably wasn't getting mad at her, but if this reached her mother's ears, then she would definitely be in trouble. Even if she didn't understand the reason why she would be in trouble, she at least understood that much. But the policeman wouldn't let Maria go, and her head was swimming from hunger. The policeman noticed that, and it was decided he'd listen to her story as they ate in the police box. Maria was taken to the police box. She had her Odin heated in a microwave oven, and even salty rice cakes and hot tea were brought out for her. She'd been told not to talk to policemen. After being asked about Sakataro, she responded, starting to feel like this wasn't a bad person. And anyway, she wouldn't be able to return home now, so she didn't know what to do. She told him Mama's work phone number, which she had been told to tell no one of, and to use only in a very, very serious situation. In the tatami room inside the police box, she ate the Odin that was so hot it felt like it would burn her. She watched the policeman make the phone call, lazily thinking, probably gonna get in trouble.
Maria, Mama, Maria.
Oh god, oh god. Jesus Christ. Oh, and that is the actual work phone number, but it's not. But Rose is not there. She didn't stay late at work. Oh God. Fuck. He must have been listening to the phone ring for a very long time. With the receiver up to his ear, the policeman looked up at the clock, grumbling.
営業時間が終えちゃってるから出ないのかな。あ、もしもし、もしもし、有限会社アンチローザさんで。こちら小松川警察署千本桜駅前交番でございます。はい。休暇中？
はい、社長は昨日から3日間休暇になってます。どういったご用件で？
いやいやいや。
Oh, fuck.
それでどちらに連絡先とか聞いてたりしませんかね？
ちょっとお待ちね。誰か社長の旅行先、連絡先。
彼氏と札幌カニ食い放題って聞きました。
了解。もしもし、札幌に行ってるそうですけど、連絡先まではちょっとわかりません。ご伝言しますか？
そうですか。じゃあもし連絡がつきましたら、はい。
Oh God. I'm gonna be fucking sick. Just having that fucking actual confirmation of just what a massive piece of shit Rosa is, but then knowing that there's gonna be some fucking extreme fallout afterwards once she actually comes home. Oh, I'm gonna be fucking sick. After that, I was taken to the police department, which was even bigger, and ended up spending the night there. Oh, sweetheart. And they asked me various things about myself. A lady who called herself the district welfare officer came by and asked about a lot of things. I was told, you poor thing. When I heard that, I learned for the first time.
マリアってかわいそうだったの？
Unfortunately.
ウリュウ、そんなことないよ。マリアは幸せ。
No.
ほー。
Oh, God. Then, Rosa came back. Ray was told to go to her room. But on her way back from the bathroom, she hid by the entrance to the living room and listened in on the exchange. The person who had come to visit was the female district welfare officer who had asked Maria various questions on that day.
そういう押し付けは困ります。マリアは心が純粋すぎて繊細だから、無神経な子がいたら傷つけられてしまうんです。余計なおせっかいはやめてください。
でもね、お母さん、そんなに繊細な子ならなんで一人で家に放置しておくの？お母さんが一緒にいてあげるべきなんじゃないですか？
なるべく一緒にいるようにしています。そんなことあなたに指図される覚えは？
そうですか。この辺のご近所ではとてもお宅のお嬢さんが夜頻繁に買い物や食事に来るってみんな気にしてて気を使ってくれてたんですよ。
どうしてうちの子だとわかるんですか？子供なんて街中にいくらでもいるじゃないで、勝手にうちのマリアだと決めつけないでください。それらが全てうちの子だという証拠。
ライオンのぬいぐるみを抱いた女の子がよく夕食を食べに来る、買いに来るって商店街でもとても有名だったんですよ。
The lion stuffed animal.
みんなマリアちゃんのことを思って大切にしてくれてました。
ライオンのぬいぐるみ自宅まで送るなんて余計なお世話です。マリアを誘拐するつもり？マリアに構わないで。マリアは私の子で私が育ててます。
No, you're not.
おかしな施設に入れるつもりもまるでありません。余計なおせっかいはやめて。
ウリ、ライオンのぬいぐるみって僕のこと？大丈夫だよ。怒られるのはサク太郎は関係ないよ。
Maria hugged Sakutaro, continued to watch her mother fearfully.
私もマリアと毎日一緒にいられたら
Yeah,
と思い
sure
ま
looks
す。
like it, cunt.
でもシングルマザーですから働かなくちゃならない。私はこう見えても会社の社長ですから社員の生活も背負っている。
Is that what
一
you're
年
on
中仕
vacation?
事で忙しいんですよ。休む暇だってないんです。
Oh yeah, what about the vacation you were on?
そうでもこの3日間お休みだったんでしょ？
休みなんかじゃあります。私はずっと会社で泊まりがけで仕事をし、他の頼りない社員では片付けられない案件が私には。
どうしてそんなあなたの会社の人が3日間お休みを取ってます。彼氏さんと北海道に行ってきたんでしょ？娘さんを3日間も置いて。
彼氏なんて知りません。北海道なんて知りません。どうしてそんなデタラメ言うの？どうしてなんか証拠でもあるの？何よあんた、勝手に人の家のことに口を出さないでよ。私はマリアを愛してるのよ。私には私なりの愛し方があるの
I
よ。
have my own
勝
way
手
of
に
loving
口出さないで
Maria,
よ。
which is by not doing that.
私は旅行になんて行ってないわよ。仕事してたのよ。マリアに1秒でも早く会いたくて仕事を少しでも早く片付けようと一生懸命会社に泊まり込んでずっと知らない北海道なんて知らないわよ。勝手なこと言わないで。もう帰ってよ。何なのよあんたは。帰って。
Rosa raged, her hair flying wildly. The teacup was knocked over from the force of her standing up. Far louder than that was the sound of her beating the table with both hands. When faced with this rage that could accurately be described as wide-eyed derangement, the district welfare officer couldn't help but be taken aback. And the same went for Maria, who was secretly watching this from the hallway. She'd already seen her mother in a rage several times before this, but she had never seen her this crazed with anger, yeah. Then unfortunately, the welfare officer was gonna fucking leave, and he was gonna be the target of her fucking anger. When she saw this, Maria was sure this was no longer her mother. It was some other evil being that was possessing her mother's body. And then, she herself was discovered by the evil being. Maria knew that she was being reflected in the evil being's eyes. Her mind went blank. She felt as though her field of vision was racing off into the distance. After fiercely closing in on Maria, Rosa mercilessly slapped her on her small shoulders and dropped her gaze towards the stuffed animal Maria was holding, Sakutaro. No!
マリア、あなた、あれだけお外にそれを持って行っちゃダメって言ったのに持って行ったのね。
It was her precious handmade gift. What are you going to... No.
ウリュウ、
No.
マリアは悪くないよ。僕がついていくって言ったの。違う。マリアが寂しいから勝手にサクタだからママ、サク太郎は悪くないの。ウリュウ、サク太郎は悪くないよ。サク太郎は悪くないよ。
Instead of Maria, the brunt of Rose's anger was aimed at the lion-stuffed animal Maria was holding. Fuck. The girl went shopping in the middle of the night, always clutching a lion-stuffed animal. Because of that, she'd become well known in the shopping center.
ぬいぐるみ持ってっちゃダメって言ったでしょ。どうしてあんたはママの言うことが聞けないのよ。どうしてママの言いつけがちゃんと守れないのよ、あんたは。
Every single word, she stamped her heel and banged furiously on the wall. Of course, she didn't make direct contact with Maria. However, violence of the harsh sound certainly beat against her.
お母さん。
Jesus, she's doing this in front of the fucking welfare officer? I thought at this point the fucking chick had left. And now, oh my god, Rosa. How the hell do you still have your child?
話してよ、話せって言ってんでしょ。
The district welfare officer had come back to her senses and was pinning Rosa's arms behind her back. The instant Rosa was touched, she went wild, fiercely throwing the welfare officer off. She hit the table and fell to the ground. The teacup on the table smashed on the floor, making a violent sound.
マリアは悪くないよ。
And of course, Maria's gonna keep trying to voice Sakutaro, and that's only gonna piss Rose off even further.
僕が悪いの。だからマリアを叱らないで。サク太郎を連れてったのはサク太郎は悪くないの。
Yeah, seeing this back and forth, and obviously all Rose is seeing is just her daughter, you know, arguing with her stuffed animal. It's gonna fucking just...
サク太郎は悪くだからサク太郎をそんな怖い目で見ないで。マリアを叱らないで。マリアを叱らないで。ウリュウ。
さっきから何をやってるの。あんた、そのお人形さんごっこ外でもやってたの。お店の人の前でもやってたの。だから覚えられちゃうでしょ。少しは考えろ、このバカ。なんであんたはそう大バカなのよ。お外でお買い物をするとき、ママに内緒でいつもそのぬいぐるみを持ち歩いてたのね。
ウリュウ。
その変なぬいぐるみ語をやめなさい。ぬいぐるみじゃなく、あなたの言葉で喋りなさい。
サク太郎はぬいぐるみじゃないよ。マリアの友達だ。ぬいぐるみって言わないで。言わないで。
はいはい、わかったわ。作太郎だったわね。ママに内緒でその作太郎人形を持っていつもお買い物に行って。
Maria admitted it honestly. If she hadn't admitted it, Sakataro would have said something to take the blame. So by admitting it right away, she was protecting her small friend.
作太郎だけ？他には？まさか学校にも何か変なの持って行ってるんじゃないでしょうね。
Of course, the two fucking gifts that Rosa's brought her. Fucking the handmade birthday gift and then the one gift, the fucking animal band.
お母さん、お嬢さんは悪くないでしょう。そのキスもおやめなさい。
あんたは黙ってなさい。私と娘の話でしょ。ほらマリア、ママの目を見て
Oh
話を
my
しなさい。
god, do something, Miss Welfare Officer. I think you've seen plenty to know this woman is unfit to have her fucking child. Make some calls, dial 911 if, or whatever the Japanese equivalent is if you have to. Jesus. Do something. I don't think words are gonna de-escalate this situation, ma'am.
ママの質問にお返事は？
作太郎だウサギのみんなも一緒。
今も持ってるの？
おう。
Mira fished around in her pockets, pulling out 4 ceramic rabbits with her tiny hand. The rabbits were close friends. Could be together with her at school in Sakataro's place. When Rose saw that, she shook her head slightly, as though dizzy. On a school notice, it had been written that Maria was apparently bringing toys to school and playing with them. And her family was instructed to try and prevent this. Rose had rejected that, blaming the teacher and phoning in a protest of her own to the school, saying that there was no way her child would bring toys to school. For nearly an hour, she had shouted at the vice principal to stop making false accusations about her daughter. To a certain degree, those at the school had grasped that Maria was a pitiful girl. They knew that the small toys she brought in were her only friends, so they had done their best to overlook it. But when the other students caught sight of them, some of the boys started complaining that only she could bring toys, and the school had racked their brains on how to cope with this. They tried to gently send a warning by way of the mother, but after Rose's overreaction, even Maria's teacher decided to overlook it. But now Rosa knew. She had been the one who was wrong, and her daughter really had been bringing toys to school. And those at the school had known that she was a disgrace who brought toys to school and played with them as though they were her only friends. To Rosa, who thought her daughter was just a little different from normal children, having this peculiar side of her daughter exposed and found fault with was, more than anything else, something she couldn't bear. So she howled. She raged. The district welfare officer tried to cut between Rosa and Maria again. She only met with Rosa's wrath once more. Rosa once again threw the woman off with a face like a demon. And even that failed to curb her anger. She stomped on the ground over and over, so forcefully it seemed she might break through the floor. Then, after seeming to come back to her senses for a second, she immediately froze her harsh beating, breathing, and asked Maria.
マリア、そのウサギの音楽隊はマリアの大切なお友達？
Oh god.
そう、4人もお友達がいてよかったわ。
As she said that, Rosa grabbed one of the rabbits from Maria's hand. As she shoved it in front of Maria's eyes, she could see it very well. The cute rabbit holding a trumpet was a small doll like a chess piece. She slowly lifted it into the air. Of course, Maria's and Sakataro's eyes followed it. And then, with a speed that the eye couldn't follow, she smashed it against the wall. She had half imagined that this worst possible thing might happen, so she instantly realized what had been done. So Maria let out a short, despairing scream. It was in pieces. It had been small and sturdy, but that had been enough to withstand her mother's fierce rage.
ママの言うことをちゃんと聞かないから、今後ママの言うことを守らないたびにまた一つ壊すからね。
覚えておきなさい。あなたそんなことするなんて、そんなことしてお嬢さんが傷つかないと思ってるんですか？マリアが、私も傷ついているのよ。私の傷は誰が責任取ってくれるのよ。
Fuck you. Your wounds. Your wounds. What fucking wounds? You worthless piece of shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. Who's there supposed to be for my wounds? What, the wounds you inflicted on yourself, dumbass? Fuck off. Oh. Oh. Oh.
誰が？
You.
あんたは黙っててって言ってるでしょ。
Call the fucking cops.
悪いのはマリコバさんを怒らないで。マリアは悪くないよ。マリアを怒らない。ウリュウリュウリュウリュウリュ。
そのぬいぐるみごっこをやめろって言ったでしょ。
Motherfucker.
大体ね、気持ち悪いのよ。ぬいぐるみがお友達ってあんた今年でいくつよ。何歳よ。こんなの布と綿の気持ち悪い下手くそなぬいぐるみじゃない。こんなのしか友達いないのはあんた。こんな化け物のぬいぐるみとお友達ごっこしてる暇があったらちゃんとした人間の友達を作りなさいよ。なんであなたにはいつまでもお友達ができないのよ。そうなんだからいつまでもクラスで変わり者扱いされてバカにされて、もうほんとしっかりしていい加減にして。こんなぬいぐるみ遊びもう卒業しちゃってよ。
ウリュウリュウ。
さくら、そのぬいぐるみごっこをやめろって言ってるでしょ。
ママ返して。サク太郎返して。ウリュウウリュウウリュウウリュウ。
Mama grabbed hold of Sakutaro's head and took him from him. Then, she smashed him against the wall, over and over.
痛いよ痛いよ痛い痛い痛い痛い。
やめろっつってんのよ。そのぬいぐるみごっこをやめろっつってんでしょ。こんなぬいぐるみがあるから。だからあんたはいつまでも友達を作らん。だから一人だけクラスで浮いてておかしな子扱いされるんでしょうが。こんなぬいぐるみあげなきゃよかった。こんな気持ち悪いぬいぐるみあげなきゃよかった。
やめて。サク太郎返して。サク太郎返して。サク太郎はマリアのお友達なの。親友なの。サク太郎さえいれば他には何もいらない。
That was the exact wrong thing to say, Maria.
だから返して返して。
For some reason, my frantic request just added oil to the fire of Mama's anger. I wonder why. Mama pushed my arm aside as I tried to grab Sakutaro and snatch him back. In a bizarre way, she stuck her fingernails on both hands deep into Sakutaro, twisting him. The red muffler, which I had carefully wrapped for him every day, came off and fell to the floor. Sakutaro had been so precious to me. He was twisted, smashed, torn at with fingernails so much. He was twisted painfully, his face curving in sadness. Then Mama's fingernails found a stitch on the neck and tore it. With fingernails on both hands, she tore it apart. instant, Sakutaro's yellow cloth and the cotton inside burst apart. It almost looked like moist cotton candy.
リュウ太郎マリアサク太郎おリュウ太郎太郎
The crumpled yellow cloth and the cotton candy flowing out were thrust right in front of my eyes. Then, the enormous face, the evil being, stated it clearly.
作太郎は死んでしまいました。
Nabaga Giri Giga. What the fuck? Aka. Kibishita. What? What does this mean? I think this is supposed to be Maria crying. Yeah, that's why it's like Gudara, Sagudara, because she's like saying it through sobs, but apparently there's no voice acting for it. Strange.
マリア、マリア、泣くんでない。
Was not expecting you to show up, but okay.
作太郎は良き友人であった。そなたがそれを忘れぬ限り、常にだからな。
生き返らせて。ベアとはいろんな魔法が使えるんだもんね。サク太郎だって生き返らせられるよね。
それは無論作太郎がわらわの家具だったならそれも、しかし作太郎はそなたの家具だ。わらわにそれは難しい。
難しいってことは無理じゃないんだよね。生き返らせて。無限の魔法で生き返らせて。
実はな、作太郎のよりしろはローザの手作りのぬいぐるみであったろう。そのローザが作太母にその生を許されなかった命は存在できぬのだ。
Beatrice's words were feeble, because she knew that no matter what the excuse, it wouldn't be enough to calm Maria and make her accept it. But she had to communicate the painful truth to her disciple and close friend. She had to tell her the fact that even with all of her own power, even she could not revive Sakutaro.
そなたが作太郎の存在を強く信じる限り、だからマリア、どうか悲しむな。今もほら、すぐそこで作太郎が微笑んでいると信じるのだ。
やだサク太郎は生き返らせてくれなきゃ。やだ。
諦めよ。作太郎を蘇らせる魔法はない。そしてそれでもなお作太郎がそなたの親友であり続けることを、その力が魔法。
そんなの魔法じゃない。魔法じゃない。サク太郎が生き返らなきゃ嫌だ。ママの手作りだからダメなの。どうしてママはサク太郎を作ったの。マリアにプレゼントするためじゃないの。マリアのお友達にするためじゃないの。なのになんでママは自分で作って自分で壊したの。どうしてママは自分で産んで自分で壊そうとするの。わかんない。ママが憎いよ。ママが憎い。悔しい。悲しい。サク太郎がそうされた 爪を立てて引き裂いて布地と綿にしてやりたい。
Same.
悔しいよ悔しいよベアトリーチェ。サク太郎。
In the darkness behind Maria's back, two massive jet black arms crept out, twisting around Maria as she sobbed in anger. Then, massive fingernails stuck into Maria's chest and stomach. Maria could not see that, but Beato could. Anger and sadness without any place to go will tear you apart. Beato knew that. She could see that. Yes. In the end, those massive arms were Maria's own. Those fingernails slowly started to eat into her chest and stomach. With their immense size and strength, those arms could probably tear Maria into bits easily. But Maria herself couldn't notice. Drowning in a sea of her own tears, she couldn't notice that her own arms were trying to tear apart her own chest.
悔しい悔しい。サク太郎がどうしても生き返らせられないならマリアは復讐したい。ママを同じ目に遭わせてやりたい。
Same.
サク太郎と同じ目に遭わせてやりたいの。
Same.
ベアドリーチェ、そのための魔法を教えて。ママをやっつける魔法を教えて。
その言葉は本心。
ママを殺す。
Same.
殺してやる。
Same.
あれはママじゃないよ。ママに取り付いた悪い魔女だ。ママの魔女を殺してやる。
よかろう。その力を心美しきそなたがそなたにその苦しみを与えた心なき母こそが
Hell
よほ
yeah.
ど引き裂かれるに値する。
I don't know what you're actually gonna do, but that sounds pretty tight.
教えようぞ魔女の世界の光さすことなき深淵。
サク太郎、サク太郎。みんな嫌い嫌い大嫌い。ママも嫌い、エンジェも嫌い。みんな大嫌い。
Alright. Alright. I'm gonna end this recording session here. I'm in no fucking mood to keep going. I'm really fucking not. So yeah. Again, this recording session here. Just a quick jump cut, a new video, but regardless, see you guys in the next one. Until then.